If I asked you to run a project at work, organize a community event, or execute a complex plan for someone else, you would crush it. You are so capable, you're intelligent, and you are high capacity. But when you look at your own daily habits at home, your health, your consistency in motherhood, you feel chaotic or inconsistent. And the worst part isn't really the mess, but it may be the embarrassment. It is the embarrassment of knowing that you are capable of excellence, but you're not really executing it in the place that it matters the most. You may feel like a fraud and that you are constantly starting over. Most of the advice online tells you that you just have to have more discipline. Just wake up earlier or try harder or buy this new planner. But what if I told you that your inconsistency has nothing to do with laziness? What if the reason that you can't stick to it is because you are bored? Ever heard that one before? You may be a high capacity woman trying to fit yourself into a low capacity box. Today, we are going to fix that. And we are not going to talk about hustling more. We are going to use a tool from positive psychology to completely redesign how you view your job as a mother. Hi everyone, my name is Mona and I'm a mother to 3, 4, and under. And I help women master their mindset through psychology, neuroscience, and some intentional living with a biblical perspective. And I like to sprinkle a little bit of Nordic wisdom in there. And we are having so much fun while we do all that. Being born and raised in the Faroe Islands and one of the Nordic countries, there is something ingrained into our culture when it comes to work culture. And it is very different from the US and even the UK as well. In the Nordic countries, we understand that a human being is a resource. And if you burn out that resource, you lose something. If you're working a corporate job or any job really in the Faroes or Denmark, and you start showing signs of severe stress or even just normal stress, you stop sleeping, your mood changes, you can't really focus, and then you go to the doctor, and the doctor gives you a note to go home and rest, sometimes for weeks, sometimes even months. Not medication, but actual rest. The system says you are valuable and we need you healthy. But in motherhood, when a mother is burned out, we don't really get stress leave, right? Especially if you are at home, a stay-at-home mom, like I'm guessing that you are watching this video. You and I, we both are stay-at-home mothers. Usually when we are burnt out, we just drink more coffee, we try to run faster, we try to listen to a podcast about productivity. You can do it. And we may tell ourselves as mothers that we are bad mothers and we force ourselves to work harder. This may be why you are inconsistent with the goals that you set yourself. This may be why you put yourself last. You are running a marathon with a broken leg and you are wondering, why am I not winning? Now, I can't write you a doctor's note to go home and rest without children, right? And most of the time, that's not really what we need. We don't need weeks off from our kids. We love our kids, we like to spend time with them, but I can teach you how to treat your role as a mother with the same professional respect we give to CEOs of a company. So imagine you running your household as an intentional CEO who is slowing down, who likes slow living, okay? Just hang with me. There is a concept in positive psychology called job crafting. I was listening to a lecture by Dr. Lori Santis, and she explained this perfectly. In the corporate world, researchers found the happiest, most consistent employees were the ones who did something called job crafting. Job crafting is when an employee takes their job description and redesigns it to align it with their signature strengths. They don't change what the job is because the tasks still need to be done. Hint, hint, like the same as in motherhood as well. They change how they do the job. If you're an introvert, you may choose to do the deep focus work in the morning and then all the meetings in the afternoon. But if you're a social connector, you might craft your job to involve some team collaboration. When you align your job with your natural God-given design, work doesn't feel like work, it feels like flow. But here's the trap for mothers. We think that the job description of motherhood is fixed, is one way. We think that a good mom looks a certain way or does things a certain way. She plays on the floors for hours. She bakes from scratch. She speaks in a soft, gentle voice 24/7, especially when it comes to the slow moms on Instagram. I just can't. I'm all about slow living, but not that Instagrammable, completely reduced size bite fakeness. I can't take it. Anyways, you don't need to do that, okay? I'm not doing that, and you don't need to do that to be a good mom. Don't fall for the lies. This is also why I got off of Instagram, by the way. I have already made a video about that, and you can check that out after this one. If it's not your natural design, it just becomes so exhausting. And that may be why you are exhausted. You're trying to do things that you see other mothers do. It is like asking a fish to climb a tree. If you are not naturally inclined to do things that these perfect Instagram moms are doing, then there is no wonder that you are exhausted. You are not inconsistent with your habits and with your life because you are bad. You are inconsistent because you are playing a character instead of just being yourself. So how do we job craft in motherhood? I want you to think of yourself as the CEO of your home. A good CEO doesn't try to do everything. A good CEO knows their assets. You need to identify your signature strengths. What are the actual things that light you up? What are the things that you do naturally without being asked? Let me give you 3 examples of how this changes your day. The intellectual mom. Maybe your strength is love of learning, but you spend your entire day playing trucks on the floor with a toddler. You feel bored. It's fun being with your child. It's fun, of course. It feels fulfilling to be with your child and to be on the floor because your child is content because you're playing with him. But you are bored out of your mind and you feel guilty for that. And maybe eventually you check out and then you start scrolling on your phone. Job crafting says, play with the trucks for a little bit. Set a timer, for example, and play with the trucks. But then do something that you really like to do. Such as when you do your laundry, put in your earbud and listen to something where you're learning something new. Or take the kids on a nature walk and teach them names of the trees, of the grass, of the leaves, of bugs. Use your intellect in your motherhood journey. That is engaging your strengths so that you can show up fully while filling your own cup at the same time. Number 2, the high energy leader. Maybe you're a high capacity zest person. You love leading, organizing, energizing, but you're trying to follow slow living advice because it's trendy. You're trying to be slow and be quiet and slowing down, but it actually just makes you anxious. Job crafting says lean into your speed in the right way. Don't just sit at home. Organize that play group for the neighborhood. Create a structured system for your home logistics. Run your kitchen like a high-end restaurant. Use your leadership skills to build a family culture that moves. Example number 3, the connection mom. Maybe your strength is social intelligence, but you are isolated at home with a baby, trying to be the perfect homemaker all alone. Job crafting says, your job is not to be alone. Your job is to build a village. Invite people over even if the house is messy. Do your chores with a friend over FaceTime. You need connection to fuel your patience. Do you see the difference? The tasks, the diapers, the meals, the discipline, they don't change, but how you do them changes based on who you are, based on who God created you to be, based on the strengths and the gifts that God bestowed upon you. And also, of course, we're going to end with, this isn't just psychology, this is biblical. Making this video, I'm like sweating. Quick side note, there's so much chaos going on behind this video. Fun chaos, kids yelling and having fun, but the nanny has to leave, my husband is at work, and I'm running behind But at the same time, I leaned into my strengths. 5 weeks ago, I started this YouTube channel, and I have so much renewed energy to live life and to become a better mother because I leaned into my strengths, what I'm talking about right now, and it's just so much more fun. Life is so much more fun now because I get to create. And then after this, I'm away from my kids for an hour to film this video. And then when I go back into the kitchen, when I go back out to play with my kids, to be with my kids, I am such a better mom. So just quick side note to tell you that this truly works. We see this in scripture when David went to fight Goliath. King Saul tried to put his own armor on David. It was heavy, it was clunky, it didn't really fit, it was way too big. It was high quality armor. It was the king's armor, but it didn't fit David. David couldn't fight in Saul's armor. He had to take it off and use the tools that fit his hands, the sling and the stone. Many of you are high-achieving martyrs. You are wearing Saul's armor. You may be wearing the armor of the Instagram mom or the traditional housewife or even your own mother. And you are exhausted because that armor just doesn't fit. God did not design you to be consistent in someone else's calling. He designed you to be consistent in yours. When you bridge this gap, when you try to stop fixing your discipline and start fixing your alignment, the inconsistency disappears, or at least it's way less. You stop needing willpower to get through the day because the day actually fits you. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to have a bad day, right? This is our life. Our life isn't always sunshines and rainbows. We need the hard days in order to grow as well. But I'm saying that this may make it a lot easier for you. This is also the work that I do with my one-on-one clients in coaching. We don't just make a schedule, but we audit your soul. We figure out where you are in your life, what your gifts are, what your passions are, what your story is, and what armor fits you. If you know that you're high capacity and you also know what to do, kind of, but you still feel stuck, then I want to invite you to apply for my one-on-one coaching program down below to see if we are a fit. And if you also want to understand more about the Nordic concept trivne, which basically means flourishing or well-being, I have a video right here that explains why Nordic moms don't chase happiness per se. They chase something much deeper. Click right here and I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.